Hello, my name is Nicolanes, and right now I will analyze about movie called Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. This movie is based on the novel um, with the same title by Rick Riordan. The plot is one day, uh, the modern day, Zeus, which is one of the Greek goddess, meets his brother Poseidon, who is also a Greek goddess, accusing Poseidon's son, who is a Poseidon demigod son, who is a half god and half human son, who is unaware of the situation, accusing him of stealing Zeus' lightning bolt. That accusation by Zeus leading to a declaration of a war, which would happen in 2 weeks or before the midnight of the summer solstice. One day, Percy Jackson, which is Poseidon's demigod son, who is unaware of his real identity, is attacked by his teacher, who is an undercover mythical creature who is looking for Zeus' lightning thunder. Percy Jackson, then helped by two his disabled friends. One is his friend who is use a stick to walk, and one is his teacher who used wheelchair. His friend named Grover Underwood and his teacher named Mr. Brunner. After that, Mr. Brunner gave Percy a pen, which could be a powerful sword. After that, Mr. Brunner ordered both of them to go to the demigod camp with Percy's mom. Demigod camp is a camp for demigod children to practice their power. Before arriving at the demigod camp, they were attacked by Minotaur. The three of them could arrive at the demigod camp, even though with the Minotaur chasing them. When they arrived, Grover and Percy could enter the camp, but Percy's mom cannot enter the camp. That's when the Minotaur seemingly killed Percy's mother. Then Percy used the sword given by Mr. Brunner to fight off the Minotaur. And after the fight, because of so, Percy is fainted. 3 days later, Percy wakes up and learns that he is Poseidon's son. And Grover, which is his friend, is actually a satyr, which is Percy's protector. And Mr. Brunner is a centaur. Percy then learned his power in the demigod's camp, which his power is to use water as his protector, healer, and to attack someone, which is manipulating it. He met a lot of demigod friends like him, like Anabates, son of Athena, and Luke Castellan, son of Hermes. One day, Hades, which is another Greek god, brother of Poseidon and Zeus, attacked the camp, inviting Percy to the underworld, where he lived, to return the lightning bolt, which people thought people think Percy stole it. Percy actually do, Percy actually doesn't want to go there, but then he sees his mother is there. His mother is actually not killed, but transported to the underworld where Hades lives. Percy then planned to go there alone, but stopped by Grover and Annabeth. And the three of them go on a plan of a journey to stop the war between the gods. Before going out of the camp, they met Luke with their friend to ask for stuff to bring with them for protection and anything. Luke gave them few stuff like shield, shoe that can make them fly, and few other things. And then the journey is meant from three of them to go to the underworld to save Percy's mother, and to the Mount Olympian to meet the gods, to convince them that Percy is not the death of Zeus' lightning bolt. To go to the underworld, they need 3 pearls to go back from there. The 3 pearls is spread across the United States. One of them is close to where they live, and is actually the lair of Medusa. She tries to kill him, but Percy manages to decapitate her. Then they took Medusa's head and brought it with them. In Medusa's lair, they also find one of 3 pearls. With that, they continue their journey to the second pearl, which is located at the Parthenon in Nashville. Percy uses the shoe that could make him fly to take the second pearl at the statue of the Athena. In the second place, they are confronted by a Hydra that is disguised as a group of janitors. Grover and Percy use Medusa's head to turn the Hydra into a stone. Then they continue to look after the third pearl, which is located at the Lotus Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. After a few moments there, they forget the mission because of too much having fun in there. They actually spend few days in the hotel and casino. Until then, Percy heard a voice that he heard when he first recognized his power, which is his father's voice. And the voice reminds him of his conquest. Percy then realized that they've been in there for a couple days, and they took the bird in there and for the go for the gate of Underwood. Spending few times in the casino, they end up spending almost all the time needed to stop the war. That left them only a few hours. At the gate of the Underworld, which is located in the Hollywood sign in Los Angeles, they enter the gate of the Underworld and arrives at Hades' place. In Hades' place, Hades asks them for the lightning bolt, but Percy, which don't know where the lightning bolt is just go there and think he could convince Hades, but turns out he cannot. But after he accidentally used the shield that gave by his friend Luke, he realized that he was framed by Luke to carry the lightning bolt to Hades. But with the help of Hades' wife, they could fight back Hades and get the lightning bolt back. With three pearls, they plan to go back to the world with Percy's mother too. But since there's only three pearls, they all of them can go back. One has to stay, and it's Crawford. After going back to the world, they went to the Empire State Building, which is platform to transform to the Moon Olympian. In there, they met Luke, Percy's friend. Luke seems to be shocked that Percy got the lightning bolt back. Percy, who is now his friend, asks why Luke framed him and explained that Luke wants the gods to have war and go against each other. The war is meant for them to kill each other because they've been in power too long, and Luke wants to be in their position. Percy then proceeds to fight Luke and defeat him with the help of waters that he manipulates because of his power. After the fight, he and Annabeth go to Mount Olympian, and they arrive there just a few moments after the war started and explain to Zeus about the situation. After that, then he asks for them to get back Crawford, and they all go back to the demigod camp. That's pretty much the plot of the movie. Then I would explain the characters and the noted characters of this movie, which is first is Percy, the main character, which is brave, ambitious, that brave to do his supposed to be his work, what is supposed to be his work. Then his friend Grover, who is very helpful, um, very fun person. Then Annabelle, a serious person, serious and very independent woman that could be relied on. Then we got Mr. Brunner, his Percy's teacher, that wise, helpful, and could explain Percy's question. Then we got the gods, Zeus, who is ambitious and only look after then which is picture that is he is only look after what he is looking for. Poseidon, who is also pictured the same like Zeus, which serve his mission. Then Hades, which is pretty much more to show more emotion than them, which is shown like he was teasing them, he was teasing his friend, he was making jokes too. Anything, and the last character which worth to be noted is Luke, which is the main villain of the story. He's pretty ambitious with his mission and pretty much done in his mission is also makes sense, hence why he won't give up on it easily. It's like Percy but with bad ambition. The point of view which mainly use Percy's the main character point of view most of the time. Most of the time it use Percy's point of view, like it use me to refer to main character, the storyteller, and he or her to explain other character. Next is symbolism. One of example of symbolism in this movie is the lightning bolt, which picture Zeus' power. The atmosphere is pretty much dark and gloomy because the plot is they about to have a war, but regardless it's dark and gloomy, it still have a fun and humor and comedy type atmosphere. Then the language is following the atmosphere, use fun, and some of it is using slang, but some of it also is a more poetic language because it's to represent the gods, and that's the language the gods most likely to use. The style of the story is kind of tense, but also to quick leap from one event to another event. After that is the time and place. Time and place took place. The story took place in pretty much places in United States like New York, Las Vegas, Hollywood, and other than the United States. It took place in the underworld and the Mount Olympians. And the time is 2 weeks in the month of July and August before summer. The irony in this movie is that is worth to be noted is there is two of it. One of it which Luke which they thought their friend is actually is not, but is betrayed them at the very last of the movie. And reflect he's been against them since the start. And then another irony that's shown in the movie is when the gods is declare a war against each other. Gods which supposed to be wise is against each other. The thing that want to be shown by the movie is identity and heroism. Both of it is shown by Percy, the main character, which at first he don't know his actual identity is, but with that he could still be a hero that is so out when it's needed. He finished his work by canceling the war, and he doing that without a full idea of why he needs to do all that. That's it. The analysis of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief movie. Thank you for listening.